I wonder how many times people confuse this band with like Bring Me the Horizon or something from Game of Thrones. Hey, what's up everyone? It's your boy Matt Diazable coming at you with some new music reviews. Today I am checking out a band called Kingslayer with their album War Slaya. If you've never heard about this band, Kingslayer, they are a metallic hardcore band based out of East Lansing, I'm hoping I'm saying that right, Michigan, and have been a band for about 3 years. Their drummer, Alex, is pretty much the prime songwriter slash the member who started the band about 3 years ago, while the rest of the members, they learned to play their instruments during lockdown, during, COVID and everything. So, and this is their first album they've ever dropped. And I discovered this band because I went to Tie Down Fest last year. I've been talking to a lot of people in the Detroit, Michigan scene. I think people have seen my reviews, and so the band contacted me. And like always, when a band contacts me, thank you for thinking, my opinions are worthwhile for you to come to me. So always, thank you for giving me the opportunity to review and talk about your music. And so that's how I discovered this band. Kingslayer has delivered a slab of relentless metallic hardcore with their album War Slaya. It's channeling a lot of mid-2010 MySpace metalcore bands with some groovy, heavy hardcoreness to it and some hints of dissonant death metal. Their sound is very raw, aggressive, and just dripping with energy, but the album is really held back by its murky and inconsistent mix that often, buries a lot of key elements in the band, making it very difficult to fully appreciate the band's strengths. From the start with intro, it really sets the tone with its really gritty, Hatebreed-esque guitar tones, really thick bass lines, and hard-hitting, hollow-sounding drums. An undeniable amount of groove throughout this whole album, but at times, the production makes it a bit stiff and murky and muddled, so it makes it really hard to fully experience it, and so it's not a very fluid listening experience. It's a little bit janky and a little bit rough because of the production. So here's a clip of intro for you. It's got some groove, but it's got some roughness to it too at the same time. Die by Flame ramps up the intensity with some faster riffing here, but through the muffled mix, it prevents the energy from really fully connecting with you. And similar, the drums, they have a very punchy and dynamic feel to it, but sometimes they bleed a little bit too much with the bass, causing lots of the sections of the song to lose some clarity. So I want to play a clip of Die by Flame so you get a sense of just the intensity that these guys are bringing. They've got the chops for sure, but it's just that production's holding them back a bit. The vocals are another casualty of the mix because, often throughout this album, they feel very buried beneath the instrumentation. While it is a bit frustrating because they can cut through sometimes and sound really good and sound very commanding and sound quite massive, like on the song Jesus Wept, which they do a good combination of having backing vocals and, things kind of cut out and you can really hear the backing vocals. But then he says Jesus wept over everything and it just cuts through really nice. And I really liked how he said that. So I kind of wish more of the mix kind of did, I guess, the vocals a little bit more justice. So here's a clip of Jesus Wept. Quite commanding. The guest features on this album add a lot of layers to the album, but they don't always stand out because they're really compressed in the mix. So it all kind of gets lost in a dense wall of sound. So it's really hard to separate who is what and what is a guest vocal and who is not. So one of the album's strongest aspect is its bass tone, which really shines on particularly the songs True Love and Wade, where it provides a very filthy and driving groove that holds the songs together nicely. At its best, War Slaya creates a very visceral, crushing atmosphere with reverb-drenched vocals, like on the song Lone Bullet. It just is a very good personification of what the band can do. The dissonant guitar work and occasional death metal inspired chugging, especially on KFS, help break up the pacing and, you know, just bring some nice variety to the album. However, the record's biggest weakness remains is that its overall sonic presentation is not up to par. The levels are a bit inconsistent, making certain songs feel a little bit muddled and muffled and preventing the heavier moments on this album to really hit hard and really capture their full potential. Kingslayer clearly has a strong identity and an ear for writing heavy, high energy, hardcore songs with an old school metallic metalcore influence to it. If they can refine their production, allowing each of the instruments to breathe and make the vocals seem a little bit more prominent, they could be a very serious force in the underground metallic hardcore scene. As it stands now, War Slaya is an album filled with really solid ideas and raw intensity, but it's trapped beneath a mix that's just not giving it, it's not doing it justice. So I gotta say, this album from Kingslayer, I would give it a nice and okay 6.5 out of 10. Links down below. Like, subscribe, comment, tell me what you think. And like always, guys, I will see you in the pit.
I can't think good things about you.